Alright, let's go kick some spacer butt. 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 Alright.
Well, they don't need it now.
We'll be safe now. Get back to the lieutenant.
Tell Torres, thank you. Thank you.
Is that like a sneeze guard? What is that supposed to be? Like...
This situation is getting out of control.
I'm just a botanist. Why? Why would the spacers...
Alright. You first.
Corporal Mahoney's radioed you were coming, but I didn't know if we could hold out. Not all of us made it. But you're a regular hero. I don't doubt it for a second. Mahoney said for us to go to ground. There's a cave nearby we're going to hole up in until this is all over. Don't worry, I'll keep the civvies safe from here.
These spacers are terrible. Terrible. These spacers are terrible. Terrible.
There were too damn many of them. You saved us.
I'm just a botanist. Why? Why would the spacers...
Everything looks exactly as we left it, right?
Right.
Hey, what's going on?
I really don't know where this Heller guy came from, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember him being like associated or how we met him or anything.
Hey there. Yeah, ask away. Working on my biography, huh? You heard of New Homestead in the Sol System? Most people haven't. It's out in the sticks, on one of Saturn's moons. That's where I grew up. Not exactly the most exciting place to be a kid. It's got a lot of ice, a lot of wind, and not much of anything else. I wasn't exactly torn up about leaving to work for Argos. If my family weren't still working the wind farms there, I don't think I'd ever go back. Yeah, I never saw myself living in New Homestead forever. To tell you the truth, I hope my family splits too. My mom's always talked about retiring to Jemison. Of course, that'd be a whole lot easier if she didn't have so many kids to look after. New Atlantis isn't exactly cheap. Hopefully she'll be able to move someday, though. I worry about her. Wind farming's a pretty dangerous job. Maybe someday, when my brothers are older. Some other time, then.
Despise when like your marker doesn't clearly state where you're trying to go and you're looking for it on the planet and all that. It's like, erg.
Mahoney said the research camp is all clear. I don't know where we'd be without you.
Most likely decomposing in some unmarked grave. Good on you both for making that mission of mercy a priority. Our job is to protect the civvies and never leave a soldier behind. Every ground pounder in a trench takes comfort knowing their CO will move heaven and earth to do right by them. Most soldiers are eager to volunteer for missions of that sort. They take pride in it.
Captain, you should bring up your plan. I believe it's a good one.
The Spacers haven't attacked yet, but they've been shuttling men down beyond the ridge. We cannot let them keep reinforcing, otherwise they'll overwhelm us. So we need to take out their ships. The only rest a Marine gets is in the grave.
I concur with the captain. We can't hold out if we don't cut off the manpower.
The Spacers have 2 fighter groups. If you take those out, the enemies will be stranded. So, launch that fancy ship of yours and get to work.
Hey, you might want this.
That's good space fucking combat right there. for like speed and stuff.
Irvin would have loved to work on a planet with this kind of life.
The Borg
headshots this game is missing? I swear it's not registering hits sometimes because like I'm hitting them. I think I am.
Died is a loss for all of us. So many people.
That's the price of command, Torres. Every decision leads to blood. You can drive yourself crazy with counterfactuals. Focus on the good you did. We did, here. Some things, you never get over.
Ortez safe because of you. Both of you. I almost want to write back to the Free Star and ask them to give you a medal.
Now wouldn't that be the damnedest thing? I could put it on right next to my meritorious star. You'd save me a court-martial if you just give me your thanks. Might be you want your medal, though. Looks like we have ourselves an old-fashioned mercenary.
A medal isn't something I can provide on my own. But I do have the extra credits we agreed upon. Well then, Captain, I'm not sure if I would have done all this if the roles were reversed, young. But I will never forget you.
You're young, and you've got a future ahead of you. A bit of advice. I've been passed up for promotion more times than I can count because I've always stuck by my principles. There's a million ways the bastards in command will ask you to compromise. Little ways, big ways. Don't. It may hurt your career, but I look back with pride at my service. Especially today. I've got things to do. You see?
I sincerely hope I never see you across the lines on the battlefield, Captain.
If you do, Lieutenant, I will do my duty.
Not if I do my duty first.
Soldiers, it's time to get out of the Free Star's hair.
If the Lodge wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be here all that often. Don't get me wrong, New Atlantis is lovely. It's just sort of predictable. Wouldn't mind burning some helium out.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
Moment of silence for Sam.
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So, instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny white caps on a massive searching sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Walter Shroud says, I got something to say, boys. Listen up.
I don't often speak about what I believe. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from it. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember we are lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes. Or due to the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona, get pulled in some gravitational field, coalesce with other debris. Not comforting, no. But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die. And some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care. Not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity? Even if it's just for a short while. Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We emerge from the universe as we return to it. For one beautiful moment, we are here, together.
Yes, that certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
It almost feels wrong to be grieving. Selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back. It's just easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
You know, what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never seems to work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more. Well, look at us. Two lone wolves howling at the moon on the same night. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs, or a piece of jewelry they gave you, half jokingly. Theoretically, of course. You're welcome.
Chat for a bit? Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well... You don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but... It's comforting, isn't it? You haven't really lost someone. You're just waiting to see them again. And you don't even need proof. You just need to believe it. Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much. Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
My boy. I've lost my boy. Should be me buried in the ground. All I ever wanted to do was protect him. But no, he was out the door as soon as he could. Away from his mother, away from Aquila, away from me.
Hey, how are you holding up?
It's not really going to hit me until later. Right now, I just need everyone else to be okay. Just don't forget to take time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms if you need to sit down and be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together. Anytime.
I am told these types of gatherings are a sad vacation. That assumption appears to be correct. No, I don't. I'm programmed to analyze sensory and biometric data so I can cross-reference. But I do not feel as you seem to imply. I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming. It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that? I will note that feedback for later.
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion. I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... it is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense. Thank you. If you are free soon, could we talk? I am reminded of how different Constellation works compared to what I'm used to. I am sorry. My head is swimming.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea? Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond. I...
You one of Sam's Constellation people? Lillianhard. He probably never mentioned me. I mean, I try not to talk about him, so... I'm sorry. That was a terrible thing to say. Cora's mother, Sam's ex. God, I'm rambling. Look, I don't know who I should speak to about this, but Cora and I talked, and she's coming to live with me. That's a generous offer. But I've wanted more time with my daughter for years. Not under circumstances like this. But it's best she's with family. We'll be leaving soon. So say your goodbyes to her, if you like.
This is harder than I expected.
Hi.
It's my dad. I just can't. And so many people... Huh. Are we supposed to feel better? Just because we're all in one place? It's just... it doesn't change anything, does it? I just feel like I want to be a million light years away from everyone. I want to be alone for a while, okay?
I am reminded of...
Captain, I have been idling and awaiting my next order for some time now.
You have my attention. I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay? It does seem to be a unique situation with serious consequences. That is what keeps me here as well. My past is complicated. Anyone here will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being. Yes, that is one way of putting it. I am often surprised at how reluctant some are to agree with the idea. They sometimes seem offended I would suggest such a thing. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it. Was there more? Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea. I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
Okay, so Cissy Jones, who's the voice of Andreja, is also the Absolute in Baldur's Gate 3, Dran Thrower in Remnant 2, additional voices in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Sarah Shepard in Dead Island 2, Sloan in Destiny 2 Lightfall. She was additional voices in God of War Ragnarok, like Diablo Immortal.
Why have you gone quiet?
This chick has like the hugest career of voice acting I have ever seen female-wise. Like, this is actually like hugely impressive. She's played in Death Stranding, the first Star Wars Fallen Order, The Last of Us Part 2, The Outer Worlds, Remnant 1 From the Ashes, Days Gone, Darksiders 3, Spyro Reignited Trilogy, like Red Dead 2, the local pedestrian population, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, she plays the Oracle, Spider-Man, the most recent first video game, she plays additional voices, like
Have I lost your interest?
Sea of Thieves, she played as June Ikeda, or however you pronounce that. Like, this is actually pretty insane. Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Winds, I think that is. White Teeth Shaman, like Humans and Nazgul voice in Shadow of War. Like, this is crazy. Mafia 3 additional voices. Aaron Gilbert in Ghostbusters. She played in Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear. Like The Walking Dead Michonne. She played as Norma, Vanessa.
Are we still conversing, or...
Oh, I'm converting. She played in
done?
Fallout 4 as Dr. Duff, Dr. Patricia. Nora Fries in Arkham Knight. Like, her voicing career is just completely impressive and mind-blowing. Like, local population in GTA 5. Shell in The Walking Dead 400 Days. Susan Faraday in Aliens Colonial Marines. Like, I gotta give you huge props, girl. You have the impressive, huge career in voice acting. She's won one BAFTA award and got nominated 4 times.
more?
Like, this is me paying homage to you right now because, oh my gosh, you have an incredible career. Jesus Christ. Cissy Jones, I hope I'm saying that right. An award-winning actress. Yeah, she is. Jesus. She's destroying voice actressing, like, Jesus. Whew.
It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
See what they got for sale. We might need more credits. I think I got close to 200 or 160, something like that. Almost 210. Let's see what they got.
Need some work done? Anything I can help you with? I'm sure you can find something you like. You should inspect your ship for heat. I'm sure you can find something.
The price of that thing. It's funny how little value they're worth, apparently.
Sure, have it.
Despite the ship customization for the reactors, it should be a significant part just like in here. So if I hit upgrade, it should be a part of the upgrades. I do not understand why it is not. It does not compute with me why the reactor is not part of the upgrading stages in this shitty little layout that they've created. Like, why is it not? Shields, engines, weapons. Why do I not have the option to upgrade my reactor right here versus exiting out shipbuilder and then adding it to it like this? Why? What is the reason for it being like that? It doesn't make sense to me fucking at all. So now, like, I just disagree with it. They should just fix that. It's easy fix.
Hey, kind of breaking my concentration.
It's always a good day when you come around.
Alright, let's see how sick this ship is. Still a pretty fucking big ass ship, I must say. Gonna have a smoke break and a pee break while I float off into the middle of this. That's a fast fucking ship. I almost hit 600. Damn. having like a small army in space and seeing the ship land, like, I'd be shitting my pants. It's the size, a big enough ship, I feel like you could have an army. Alrighty, I'm gonna end this video here and continue on with the story mission afterwards. Alright? Have a good day, everybody.